Hey everyone, my name is Michael. I'm the Customer Success Lead at Xano, and in this video, we're going to go over regex or regular expression and how to leverage it in Xano. So regex is a little bit more of an advanced topic, but it can be very handy and useful for finding patterns in text. So you can do things like matching, locating, managing, even replacing. There are tons of tutorials and resources for free online in regards to regular expression or regex. So if you want to learn more about it, the different special characters that you can use, and really how to use it to its fullest, I definitely encourage you to go and check that out. It'll be much more informative on using regular expression than this tutorial. We're just going to cover some high-level basics just to help you get started. If you're already comfortable with regex and know the syntax and stuff, great. So let's go ahead and quickly review. There's 5 new filters here. We have Regex Get All Match, which is just going to get all the matches performed by the regular expression in the supplied subject text. Get First Match, same thing as Get All Match, but it's just going to find that first match. Regex Matches, which is going to return a true or false based on if there is a matching text value based on the regular expression. Regex Quote, and don't worry, we'll go over all these. This is a very handy one. It can basically show you what the regular expression would look like with the escape values in the supplied text, and then Regex Replace. So you put in, say, a regular expression to search through a text value, and then a replacement subject if that expression is found. So let's jump to Xano here, and I have just a very basic API endpoint set up, takes in a text input. We'll pass it through a variable where we will apply one of those filters to it. We'll go through each one and we'll return it. So if I just go to add filter and I just search for regex, we can see here's that regex get all matches. So it's going to get all the matches of the supplied expression. So the subject here is going to be our text input. That's going to be the text value we're looking for. So with regex, typically expressions start with something called a delimiter. Oftentimes it's a slash like this. So whatever you are searching, whatever the expression is, will be encompassed by your delimiters. So for example, if I wanted to find the word you in the text value, I could simply put it in these encompassing delimiters here. I'll hit save. And so if I run this and I say, hello you, how are you? So you can see already there's going to be there should be 2 U's. So if we run this with the get all matches, we'll be returned 2 different U's. Of course, if we go ahead and change this filter to get first match, and our subject is still this text input, and we have the same search expression there. If we run this, even though there's 2 U's, we'll just return 1 because we're simply just getting the first match. Now, of course, there's special characters in regex, so I'm going to go ahead and paste one of these in, or it's rather a combination of a bunch. And you can see this in our documentation, but what this basically does is it not only gets something formatted as a full email address, but we'll also get the name of that email address. So I'll quickly break this down. We have a few special characters documented, a few popular ones documented in the documentation, but there's many more out there that can be super useful. So once again, please go to the internet to find those. So this first right here is a delimiter, that's slash, and then we have these parentheses. So this is actually a group. And this is why we're also going to get the name instead of just the formatted email. We have this escape key and then W here. So that's saying any word character. And then this plus symbol, which is saying 1 or more. So it's a group of 1 or more word characters. The @ symbol, once again, the escape key with W and the plus, so it's 1 or more word characters. Then we have an escape key and a period, so that's actually just the period symbol. And then we have 1 or more word characters again, and then we have our ending delimiter. So if we're going to get the first match here, let's go ahead and save this. And let me go ahead and actually write in michael@xano.com. So not only should we see michael@xano.com, but we should see my name there as well, Michael. Great. Say we just wanted the email address. Well, we can actually get rid of this first group here. And when we run that, we should just see michael@xano.com, at least for that text value there. Great, so moving on, let's go ahead and do the next filter, which is Regex Matches. So this is just going to return a true or false based on if the expression is matched in the supplied text value. So we can leave this email expression in there, or email format. So let's say someone goes ahead and writes to you and say something like, hey, this is my email address, and you wanted to search through that text to see if there is an actual valid formatted email address in there. Well, you could use that regular expression, and when we run that, we can see that with Regex Matches, we see true. So there is a actual formatted email address in there. Pretty simple. So let's go ahead and move on. The next one is going to be the Regex Quote. And so this updates the supplied text value to be properly escaped for regular expressions. And then you can optionally put in your delimiter in here. So for example, if my delimiter was this slash. So now let's go ahead, and the value here will be our text input. So for example, let's go ahead and say we had something like a website address, Xano.com. And you can see it has these characters where that's going to be my delimiter. So now it knows to use the escape sequence. You'll go ahead and see when I run this. So now if I run this, well, you can see here is HTTPS www.xano.com sequenced for a regular expression. So oftentimes, there's lots of characters. Maybe we're not sure if it needs the escape sequence or not. That can really come in handy with the Regex Quote filter. And last but not least, we're going to have Regex Replace. So for example, here it performs the regular expression search and replaces on the supplied subject text with the replacement. So our subject will have the text input. Let's say our replacement is support@xano.com. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. Let's go ahead and save this. And then we put our expression on the value line here. So let's use that email regular expression again, or email format, I should say. So we're going to replace something that matches this regular expression with support@xano.com. So if we run this, let's say something like, please email hello@xano.com for support. Well, basically what we're doing is we're going to update or replace this text to say, please email support@xano.com. And one final note here, and this is also included in our documentation, but regular expressions include the delimiters to basically wrap the expression. However, if you're working in the query, let me go ahead and add a query all records here. So I'll say from products. And if you're doing, say, a by custom query here, go ahead and add a statement here. We'll say product set description. We have the different regex operators here. So you can find if something matches or does not match. So these actually don't need the delimiters because regex is treated as an operator here. So if I wanted to go ahead and say something like Bluetooth, I know for a fact in the description of one of these products, there's something that says Bluetooth. So I don't need the delimiters here. I don't need to do this. I can just simply say Bluetooth. I can just put the text string in there. Let's go ahead and save that. And let's return products here. So you can basically ignore what's going on here. I'll just go ahead and hide the function and delete the input, because now we're just going to query products that match. And you can see we get one product back, and there is that matching text in there, Bluetooth. So you can think of that almost sort of like a equals or not equals, but with the flexibility of regex expression. So you can do, of course, different things in here. Like I could say something like, I could do B, and then I could do the escapes sequence for W, and then I could have my plus symbol, which is one or more. So let's go ahead and run that. And now you can see we get the same record back because it had this word B and then one or more word characters. So you can still use all those special characters. That's great with leveraging regular expression. The only thing to note is in this query builder here, you don't need the delimiters. So once again, thanks for watching. There are much more tutorials and information on regular expression if you want to take a deep dive out there on the internet. Of course, this is just high level overview. There's many more characters than we show in our documentation. So if you're already comfortable with regex, great, have at it. If you're just learning it, it's going to be a great tool for you to leverage in your backend. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and like the video. It's really useful for other people looking for this content to find it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.